Namaste, this is Monica and I welcome you to today's Yin Yoga practice. And today's practice is focused on processing your anger or processing frustration, irritability. It's not needed that you should be angry right now to do this session, but it is in general, we will be exploring a lot about how we can process these emotions without any resistance and rejections and without feeling guilty um, for expressing them basically. We will also focus on the gallbladder and liver. In traditional Chinese medicine, these organs are the organs which hold resentment, irritability, frustration. So we will be exploring some twist. You don't have to believe in traditional Chinese medicine. The intention for the session is enough. Whatever intention that you set for yourself is something that will work for you. But I'm just explaining that in traditional Chinese medicine, the gallbladder and your liver is considered a storehouse of your irritability, frustration, resentment, grudges, anger. And by twisting a little bit, or also by releasing the side body, we are going to release the stagnant energy in these organs. So physiologically, that is what we are going to work upon. Mentally, we are going to work upon anger as an emotion. So I invite you to join me on the mat with some props, maybe bolster, pillows, blocks if you have around you. If not, that's okay. We can do this practice without the props as well. Remember to find your edge. This is a slow paced, long held poses. So you need to find that point which is comfortable enough for you to hold into that pose for a long time. This is not about pushing. This is about embracing where we are and meeting us exactly where we are. So let's meet on the mat and let's explore this practice together. So we will begin our session first with lying down on the mat. So you can also grab some props, bolster, pillows, cushions, some blocks. In some of the poses, we might need the props, and that can make your practice feel a little bit more comfortable. So you can lie down on your back and allow your arms to just settle down away from your torso. And notice the touch points of the body. Notice how your shoulders touching the ground, the back of your arms, your thighs, your calf, and allow yourself to settle down here. And if you actually have something to process, any kind of anger, any kind of grudge, any kind of resentment that you might be holding at the back of your head, sometimes you are aware, sometimes you are not. Set an intention for yourself to first accept that part of you. The releasing comes the last. The first step of processing anything, any emotion, is to accept its presence in your body and mind. And then slowly you can open yourself up to release whatever you might be holding back. And as you settle down here, making small little movement in your toes and fingers, you can open your eyes, bring your legs together. We are going to move into the banana pose. Side release, working on your liver and the gallbladder as we discussed. So you can catch hold of your right wrist with your left palm and then taking both of your legs to the side, maybe resting your left ankle over the right one and tilting your upper body to the right, making like a banana shape. Maybe look at the opposite side by resting your cheek on your left forearm, upper arm, or you can simply rest the side of your face on the same side as you are tilting your body. And feeling this gentle release on the side. And allow yourself to just be. Let the body work on itself. Let the tension from the side body get released. We are not pushing for anything, not pulling for anything. Simply opening ourselves up here to let go and to release, or to watch, to accept and embrace. Keep coming back to your breath, gentle and soothing breath. And slowly take a breath in and breathe out to change the side. Both legs go to your left side, your upper body tilts to the left, releasing the right side of your body here. About 3 minutes we are going to stay here. And totally letting go of all the control over your body and allowing it to be free and loose. Surrender on your ground. allowing your body to open up naturally. And if you feel yourself to be in a vicious cycle of certain emotions, then you feel that you keep coming back to the anger, or you keep coming back to some kind of grief, the reason is we keep suppressing, and the moment we accept it or we embrace it, we allow ourselves to live it fully, it lives its own life and goes. But if it keeps coming back, which means you're not yet living it fully, you're not embracing it right now. So open yourself up and let yourself feel. And as you exhale, slowly release. Bring your legs back in the center. Bend your knee one by one and then roll over to your right. Press your left palm to lift yourself back up to come into the sitting posture. Sitting in a cross-legged position. Join your palms to the heart center. We'll be chanting one Om Chi Shantis. Breathe in. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. As you exhale, you can open your eyes. So the first pose that we are going to explore is again deer pose, a little bit of twisting involved. So you can open your legs wider than hip distance apart and then drop both of your knees towards your right side. I think just using the longer edge of the mat, so just face the shorter edge so that when you twist, you are able to lie down on the mat. So just lifting your hips up, drop both of your knees and your front shin, your front thigh, you twisting little bit, place your palms on the side, or maybe you place your forearms down. Alternatively, you can also place a bolster on the side of you as you twist and placing your forearms over the bolster. Now over here, the front knee is at 90 degree, the back knee is also at 90 degree, but if you feel that it is too much and you're getting too much stretch, then maybe take the back foot closer to your sit bone, reducing the angle. If this knee doesn't go on the ground, you can place a block or a cushion under the knee, both knees. You can use the prop under both knees. And then just finding your edge, finding what feels good to you, and allowing yourself to feel through your pose. Again, working on your liver and gallbladder meridians, the energy channels, and releasing the stagnant energy from those. Since we are holding into our poses for long time, it can get difficult. So make sure that you are sticking to your edge and you are not pushing yourself beyond the boundaries. Stay connected with your breath and allow your breath to guide you. So we are as comfortable that we should be able to deep breathe here. If you find your breath shortening because there is so much pain or discomfort, allow yourself to come to an edge which can make your breath smooth. And breathe in. Press your palms down to walk and lift your chest up. Walk your palms back, and we are going to also fold over. So you bring your hips back into the mat and then send this knee back. We are going to fold over to the front shin now. You can place your palms wider than shoulder distance or shoulder distance apart, and maybe take your forearms down. The back knee remains at the back. And breathe. About 2 to 3 minutes here. If you feel folding over your front shin is challenging, you can stay in the center. There's no problem. So find your edge and honor what your body is asking for right now.
And take this time to go through all those sensations happening in the body, any emotions that might come up. Sometimes when we hold for so long and when the energy starts releasing itself from different organs of your body, you may feel certain emotions coming up. So this practice can bring a lot of things up from your subconscious. You can just watch them through, processing through them breath by breath, just one breath at a time. And as you breathe in, lift your torso, press your palms down and walk and bring your torso back. Now we are going to move on to the other side. So you can again bring your hips at the center of your mat, open your feet wider than hip distance apart, facing the shorter edge of your mat, and then drop both of your knees. And as you drop both of the knees, you may want to shift your hips a little bit more back. Both knees preferably at 90 degree, and then twist your torso over your front thigh, and then maybe stay up or go all the way down on your bolster, or maybe just resting your forearm on the mat directly. You can use the block as well to rest your head over. And if your mind is wandering everywhere, allow it to wander. You can just follow it and see where and all it is going. When you start watching your mind, it automatically slows down your thoughts. Automatically, your nervous system starts to relax. But a mind which is not watched, it has all the power, can go anywhere. And that's where self-awareness is practiced through yoga. It's like being able to watch your mind, watch all its tricks, watch all its justifications that it gives you, all the stories that it makes up, And when you are able to watch through them, you're never driven by them. Then you have the power and not the programmed mind. As you inhale, lift yourself up, palms pressing down, bringing your torso back in the center. And now we are going to fold over our front shin. I'm just going to rotate myself so that we can see it clearly. Okay, how do I, yeah. So I fold over here. Maybe taking the block to rest the head over. If your chest goes fully down, allow it to go down, or maybe just staying higher up. Whatever your body allows right now. Well done. And breathe in, palms pressing down, and lift your torso up. Walk your palms back and then bring both of your legs together to the front, and then we're going to open both of the legs like a dragonfly pose. Now over here we are going to, once you find yourself comfortable here, do not push yourself too much. Bend your right knee, maybe shifting your weight on your left hip little bit, maybe resting your palms behind, and then draw this left foot to the back while the right foot to the back while the left foot is open to the side. Now you can rest your left palm on your left shin or left thigh, wherever it is okay for you. Open your chest to the front and start to fold over if it feels okay. Otherwise, you can use the block or the bolster, maybe resting the bolster over your thigh or your leg, and then maybe resting your elbow and rest your side of the head over your palm. So this is also fine as long as you're feeling a good release here. So how deep you can go depends on how deep is the stretch that you want and whatever your body allows. If you feel little bit of discomfort in your ankle, maybe place a folded towel or the napkin here at the back, under the back of your foot. Let us stay here for about 3 minutes. If you want, you can just drop your left arm behind you. Feel free to sit over the cushion if you feel your lower back is just rounding and pulling you back. Then at the edge of the cushion, sitting over the edge of the cushion would be better. And how you can advance in this pose in Yin Yoga practice is how much that you can surrender to your pose. How much that you can let go of all the tension from the body, of all the resistance, and you're allowing yourself to just flow freely in the stillness itself. Notice those small little sensations. And after some time if it gets too challenging, you can always take the right foot inside, so right shin to the front instead of to the back. If it feels okay, you can continue here. And as you inhale, you slowly press your palm to lift your torso up, bringing it back in the center. And you may feel a little bit of fixation on the side because we are holding for very long. So if you want a little bit, you can tilt on the other side or just keep your torso in the center for some time. Draw your left foot to the back, or if it is not possible, then to the front. That's okay. It is just, I thought like we can work a little bit on our quads as well. That's why I suggested this. And then open your right leg out. Let us get into the side release. Finding your edge, and with time you will find yourself going deeper and deeper, and you just have to allow that to happen. So feel the stretch, little bit of stress that we are creating in the pelvic area on the side, your abdomen on the side, your rib cage, and that's the stretch that we are looking for. And if you want to dive deeper into any kind of resentment or any grudge that you might be holding to, or we might be holding on to, maybe intentionally bringing it up and just feeling it through as you are holding into your poses, giving your time to process it so it can release itself. You can never force an emotion out of you. It will happen on its own natural pace as long as you allow yourself to experience it fully. Whether it is anger, anxiety, grief, forgiveness, or lack of forgiveness, whatever it is, there's nothing that we can force on ourselves. As you inhale, slowly bring your torso back in the center, and we are going to lie down on the back. Moving into a twist, slowly taking your legs forward. So we are going to get into the twisted roots. It is called as twisted roots because you must have seen the banyan tree. Banyan tree has its roots hanging and they twist with each other. So like that, we twist our legs around. So your right thigh goes over the left thigh, and then maybe you can wrap your shin also around if it is possible. If not, you can simply be here, stretch your arms and drop your legs on one side. If your right thigh is on the top, then you drop it on the left. Or you can twist it fully like we do in eagle pose. Maybe place a block or a cushion under your knees if you feel the need. And enjoy this twist in your mid back. Surrender yourself in the pose. Surrender the body. Allow your body weight to settle down on the ground. And just watch. And as you breathe in, breathe out to come back in the center. Change your legs over. This time your left thigh goes over the right one, and then dropping your knees on one side. As you exhale, slowly bring yourself back in the center and extend both of your legs, or maybe keep your knees bent. We can move into the supported fish pose. You can have either a pile of pillows, cushions, or a bolster with you. But if you don't have anything, you can simply place your palms under your hips, extend your legs, elbows little pressed down, lift your torso, just little bit lifting in the torso, drop the head back, maybe place a cushion or a block under your head and just relax there. If you have the bolster, I would suggest to get a bolster and keeping it horizontal. You can do the block as well, but I don't like block as much because it doesn't support my back so well. And place the back of your chest over the bolster. Slide your body up and let your shoulders roll back over the floor behind you. And feel this nice opening in the chest. Maybe take your arms up. Allow your legs to be free and loose. No control over the legs. Total surrender. Notice the breath flowing to your belly. You may be feeling a little bit of stretch in your abdomen here since your chest is opening nice and wide. Your abdomen is stretching up towards your chest. So just noticing that, noticing the breath flowing to the belly. Feeling the expansion in the chest, at the back of your chest, in the upper back, your shoulder blades. And notice this beautiful rhythm of your breath. And in this pose, most amount of resistance you can feel, especially it happens with me in my pelvic area. I sometimes feel unconsciously I'm lifting my tailbone. I'm not really letting that particular part of my body rest on the floor. And that is just a sign of resistance. My body is just resisting something. It is not ready to let go and surrender. So when you flow your awareness throughout the body, you will notice, and whenever you find a body part which is kind of tensing, you intentionally release the tension from there and let it ground.
And I'll invite you to continue to relax here if it feels relaxing. Otherwise, you can slowly come out of the pose and relax in neutral shavasana. To come out of the pose, you place your palms on the side of your hips and then pressing the forearms down, pressing those elbows, and then safely lift your torso up, engaging your core a little bit so that your lower back doesn't get strained. And then lie down in your shavasana. So a total relaxation of the mind can happen only beyond duality, beyond the right and wrong, beyond the conflict. And the oneness that in yoga that we talk about is nothing but the oneness in your mind. There's more, there is division in your mind itself. There's more duality. And more, all parts of you in your mind start to align and they become one. You will experience oneness with the rest of the world as well. So everything happens, everything starts with our mind. So if you have that anger arising in you, let it arise. Just be one with it. There's no need of conflict wherein you're questioning yourself or you are cursing yourself for being angry or you're angry with yourself for being angry. Just be one with what is coming up, watch it. And whether you want to express it or you want to keep it to yourself, it's totally your choice. But let that feeling arise in you. You don't have to distract yourself. And you can slowly start to move your toes and fingers or stay here for a long time if you want to stay here for a long time. Move your head from one side to the other, bring your feet together, stretch your arms up, stretch the whole body. Bend your knee, roll over to your right and slowly come up whenever you feel ready. Let's take a moment to absorb. And reflect. And we can seal this practice with one Om Chi Shantis. Breathe in. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. As you exhale, you can open your eyes. Thank you for joining me in. So today's session had a lot of talk. I just let my thoughts flow, or my own realizations, I just let them flow, because I feel that I don't know who needs to hear what, right? Or maybe I'm just telling this to myself because I am processing something. But yeah, so I hope this session would have helped you in understanding of processing the emotions. Yes, like we were focusing on anger particularly today, but I think whatever I said applies to all kind of emotions that we usually suppress and neglect or reject or resist, basically. So I hope to hear from you in the comments section about your experience or anything that you would like to talk about, and see you soon again in some other practice. Until then, bye bye.